Hi everyone, Joe here. How are you? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who know who I am, hi, it's great seeing you. And for those of you that just stumbled upon me, my name is Joe. And today I'm going to be doing a quick little video on one of our guest rooms that I decided to lighten up. It's the guest room that we usually refer to as the red room. And the reason we call it the red room is because we had a piece of furniture from my grandmother. It was a red chair, and it is a red chair, and we kind of built the whole room around it because we really couldn't find a place for it in the house. So we figured let's put it in that room because we didn't want to get rid of it, and so we built the room around it. And I made the room very red and green, and it's great around Christmas time, but usually, during this time of the year, it always seems a little bit dark compared to our other guest rooms, which are, lighter and brighter. One is pink and white. One is like a lot of flowers and golds and whites, and I painted the furniture white. And what I had hoped to do in this room, what my plan was, prior even to Christmas, I was thinking about it. I wanted to change out the furniture in the sense that I was going to paint it a celery green. And I was going to lighten up the whole room, repaint the room and whatnot. Unfortunately, with the present circumstances that are going on, I wasn't able to do that. I don't have the paint and I don't have the materials that I need in order to do what I wanted to do. So what this video really about is how I lightened up the room with things that I already had in the house. I didn't buy one new thing. I haven't been going out to get anything like that. And I didn't order anything for it either. So it's just based on things that I had and how I lightened up the room. So I do hope you enjoy that. It's a frugal approach to changing a room. During this time when so many of us, or hopefully all of us, are staying home, we need a little pick-me-up. And sometimes just by moving around some furniture and rearranging a room or doing something like that, it gives it a new feeling and a new light and new hope. So, and that's how I'm approaching every single day. I know I really didn't want to start talking about this because one of my subscribers told me that she doesn't come here to listen to me preach about stay home and stay safe, and she unsubscribed to my channel. But to each his own. But how can I ignore what's going on? It seems a little bit frivolous to do that, or a little bit, I don't know, just not right. So anyway, I see I lost my tangent already, and this is a couple of times I'm starting this video because I go off on a binge. So anyway, all I wanted to say is, we all have to try to live our life as normal as possible, get up in the morning, brush our teeth, take a shower, wash your hair, change your clothes. And sometimes it involves just moving a few things around in your house to make you feel normal again, or there's a new beginning, or there's a new hope. So that's basically why I did this. So, like I said, I hope you enjoy what I did, and it's not, anything grand or anything like that. So it's just a little something to try to pick me up and allow the room to be a little bit brighter. Okay, everybody, I hope everyone is staying safe, and I hope everyone is staying home and abiding by the social distancing idea, and I hope no one is experiencing anything with this horrible plague that has fallen upon the world. I guess that's about it. All I can say is just going to keep on praying that a miracle happens, and that this will soon return back to a more normal life. Okay, everybody, so enjoy this video, take care of yourself, and I'll be talking to you throughout the changes in the room. Okay, so here is the guest room that we call the red room, and you can see we have red and hunter green sheets on the bed and a white comforter, and that is a red with a deep green, hunter green throw on the bed, and we have a basket there and the ottoman at the end of the bed, and it's just kind of draped on there. Like right now you can see that the sun is coming through kind of brightly, but the room really isn't bright. It's dark in there all the time, and that's why I wanted to change it. Now, there's my grandmother's chair, and the room was built around that chair. It's one of the last pieces of furniture that we have from my grandmother, and it was difficult to place anywhere, so put it in this room, and we tried to build the room around it. Not only was that red difficult to work with, but that green rug made it doubly difficult to work with in this room. So we tried to do our best in, making this a cohesive room with the red and the green. Now, if you follow me, you know that this is the room that I call "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," and where I have the rustic Christmas tree. So my goal was to actually lighten this up a lot. I was going to paint the furniture a celery green and put another rug on top of this green rug so that it really brightened it up. But times being what they are right now, I can't do that. So I'm just going to try to work with what I have. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start clearing out some of the furniture that I'm not using, like that ottoman that was at the base of the bed. I took that out. I put that somewhere else so we can use it somewhere else. And I'm going to next take out the two bookcases that were on each side of the bed that we're using for nightstands. And again, I'm using them somewhere else in another room. Next thing to be moved out was my grandmother's chair. So I already took the bottom cushion off, and now I just have to move the chair. And I'm not throwing it away. I'm putting it somewhere else, and I'm actually covering it so that you don't actually see the red. The red and white window treatments were taken down, and I decided to put up just celery green shears on each side of the window because they were lighter and brighter. So not only are they lighter, but the windows are now opened so that we can get more sunlight in that room. So it just has a more bright appearance. So the next thing I did was I had to take off the box spring and the mattress, and you can see it's just a metal frame. My intention was to build a frame around the outside of this bed, but since I don't have the materials, that's going to be impossible at this time. So what I'm doing right now anyway is I moved the bed into the position where I wanted it, and you can see it's really low to the ground. So what I'm going to be doing is using these bed risers, which we got in Bed Bath Beyond a while ago, and they're pretty sturdy. They function really well, and if you've never used them before, they'll raise your bed to a better height. I know because some people use storage underneath their bed. I mean, I don't, but for me, it's just giving the bed a better height. So now the bed frame is on those bed risers. Next thing is I'm using this bed skirt, and I know they're not in style right now, but you know what? I have to hide that frame, so I'm using it. Now this is a king size bed skirt, and this is only a full size bed. So what I did was I just folded it down the center, and once I put the box spring on, you won't even really see it any longer. So that's what's going to have to be right now. Now the bedding is like a celery green, and it has a botanical embroidered on it with greens and a little bit of lilac on it. And you can see the sham right there. I have it on that pillow. And then I chose to use a crisp white bedding, bed pillows and sheets and whatnot. So again, I want it bright in here. These are the available pillows I have to work with. Some of them came with the bedding, and some of them we had. So I just have to try to figure out like what I'm going to use where in the room, how much do I need. And I don't want to overdo it. So what I decided was on this arrangement right here for the bed, and I think it looks really crisp and clean, and I'm liking it right now. It's simple and to the point, and I just think it works well for the room. These are end tables actually from a living room, and I'm using them as nightstands here because they have the gold tones I have in the room and the glass. Using this lamp again because once again it is glass and it's light and has the gold edging on it, and I'm just going to change out that burgundy shade into a white shade. Now over here on this wall you see I have these pictures here that have a dark burgundy matting, and I have this wreath as well over the wedding picture of my mother and father. And what I wanted to do was I want to change out those pictures and that mat. So I didn't have anything. So I looked in a magazine and I found these pictures and I cut them out and I took out the mat. I turned it over and just touched it up a little bit so that it'll pick up better with this particular picture. So here's the room in its completed form right now, and I think it looks a lot brighter than it did before, and I like the bed a lot more in this position. It makes the room feel so much bigger. Now that dresser, you can see it's kind of low, so once this is done, I'm going to go out and get some legs so I can raise that dresser to a more modern height. But I put that mirror back on there, and I think again it reflects a lot of light in the room, and it makes it feel so much brighter in there. Just when I look in now, it's unbelievable. It's like really night and day from what it was before. The darkness of the red and the green to the lightness of this celery and white. Over here, I just changed out those candles to 2 green candles here, and I'm going to show you, there's the print that I took out of the magazine, and I turned the matting over to white, and I took down that wreath, and I'm using a grapevine wreath with a couple of leaves behind it and a white flower again, just to give it a more spring kind of a feel and a lighter kind of a look. And I'm going to pan over so you can see the other picture as well. This is great. I mean, if you don't have if you don't want to go spend money and you have these frames and stuff, just look at a magazine. You can use that. Who's going to know? Who's going to tell what you do? Over here on this nightstand, I'm using my mother and father's retro phone right there and a ceramic pitcher. And there's that glass lamp. And look how different it looks with the white shade. I think it looks altogether different, and it's so much brighter. And I really like the way that looks right now. On this wall, there was a dark picture, and I took it down, and I'm using this botanical print that has a green matting on it, and it has all those colors that are in the bedspread. And on this nightstand here, I'm using this gold box, and again the lamp with the white shade. Now I had a botanical print. It's not the same shape, but it has the same tones, the same gold frame and whatnot, so it works fine on each side of the window. On the dresser itself, I'm keeping it really simple. I just use that white and gold vase with that really Italian picture there on an easel, and I have this candle holder with the green candle. Now this chair was up in the attic, and it actually comes from Marianne's cousin, so it's another family treasure that we have. And so I cleaned it up, and we're using it here with the guitar behind it and the ficus tree, and it makes it a little cozy corner there. So we can see here is the room in its completed form. And I think I achieved my goal without really having to do much work at all. I didn't paint the room, didn't have the paint, didn't paint the furniture, didn't have the paint, couldn't build the frame, didn't have the wood. So I had to do what I had to do and use what I had to use. So like I said, we have to make the best of what we can. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this. Like always, I hope you're staying safe and staying home and staying well. And like always, I love hearing from you. So drop me a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, everybody, take care, and I'll be seeing you hopefully really soon. Bye-bye.